Hey guys, Samu7 here, and today not going to be doing something like our last video where it's a little more scripted. We're going to be going more so with the video before that style, where I'm just going to be kind of riffing here and I don't know, just more thoughts to give on this game. I'll probably be doing a video soon, maybe in the next couple days or so, on the new Battlefield update, because as like frustrated as I am with Modern Warfare, that is something that actually like gives me hope. The Battlefield update is actually really good, like genuinely one of the best Battlefield updates, not even just like for Battlefield 5, but like in just like the last few years, honestly. It was a really good update. And DLC and all the content in it, it's great. So I'll be doing a video on that soon, because like I said, that's just kind of giving me hope amongst all this frustration with MW. But I'm gonna be kind of going off on a few different topics, mostly related to Ground War here, because Ground War, I don't know how anybody else feels, let me know in the comments, but Ground War is like the only fun that I can have in this game. And don't get me wrong, it can be very frustrating as well, okay? Like, it's not perfect, far from it, I would say, but just in general, it is the only fun that I've been having in MW. And whenever I play pubs, it gets old really fast. Whenever I play Gunfight, it can be fun for a little bit, but again, it gets old really fast. And Ground War, I'm gonna be honest, also gets old really fast because there's only 2 maps, but it's still, I can just sit there and grind it, because when Ground War is fun, it is really fun, and it is the best experience in this game by far, I think, when it's on point. But it's not always on point. Sometimes Ground War can be very, very, very frustrating, and for a few different reasons. I'm going to try to go through them. I think one of the main reasons that Ground War is super frustrating, and this is something that just kind of applies to like objective modes in COD in general. Okay, there's gonna be like no fixing this. Well, there's ways you could improve it potentially, but no like exact like fix, I guess. Is that there are so many people in Ground War that just completely ignore the objectives, and you know why not? Why shouldn't they ignore them? You don't get rewarded for capping the flags. There's no score streaks, just kill streaks. You just have a higher chance of dying. So why should you get on the flag? So that's one thing that really bothers me about this mode, is there is just a plague of players that don't go for the objective, and I like to run around and try to at least play the objective the best that I can. But I've resorted to doing that style because, again, I don't care if I win a Ground War game. It's a 32v32. Like, how much of an impact can I really have, you know? I don't really care about my win-loss in this game at this point. It's already chalked because of all the stupid matches I've had. Like I said, don't get rewarded with the streaks. Like, why should I get on flags? There's just not really much of a reason to. And I hope they do something about that. Namely, I mean, I've already mentioned this in other videos, but namely score streaks, or just honestly, I think streaks should be revamped for Ground War. I'm just gonna like transition here. Streaks are another thing that I find frustrating about this mode. I think the streak spam is just super frustrating, and especially when you just get really bad luck and you happen to get focused by like every streak, it can be super frustrating. And I genuinely think they should revamp the streaks for Ground War. I think they should go to score streaks for this mode, at least I hope, and amp up that score a little bit. Instead of like 400 for a UAV, make it like 600 or something like that. I know it seems like a lot, but Ground War is very point intensive. Like, if you have a really nice play or a pretty decent like small streak, you can get a lot of points here, especially if you are playing the objective, which I want people to get rewarded for. And just in general, I just don't think there should be as many streaks in this mode. I don't have an issue with it, with the streaks being harder to attain, because that's what I want. I want them to be harder to attain. I want less streaks on the map in Ground War. Oh, streaks are what makes COD. Makes it fucking annoying, dude. Like, I don't know how else to respond to that. It just makes it annoying. Okay, it just makes it frustrating. Speaking of frustrating, the tanks, in my opinion, don't need adjustments. They need to be taken out. The tanks should not be in this mode. It doesn't fit COD. Okay, they're just trying to be Battlefield and doing a bad job at it, because these developers don't know how to make a fucking balanced vehicle and make it fun. Like, the controls on the vehicles in general are average at best, like mediocre. So they're not really that fun to use, and they're just kind of like comically overpowered. And there's so many like cheese spots, especially on this map. You could just go in the cliffs and get like 80 kills with a tank, and it's super annoying. I think that, yeah, I think the tanks, all the transport vehicles, that's fine. Okay, no issue with that. Like the chopper, the ATV, stuff like that. That little like dune buggy thing, whatever. That's all good. That stuff is cool. I'm okay with that. Like the same thing as Blackout. No real issues there. But the actual tank itself, again, I don't think nerfs are gonna help it. It's just gonna be fucking annoying, and I think they should just take it out. I don't think it has a place in Call of Duty, and it just makes it feel not like COD, and is just, again, it's just not fun. It's very fucking annoying, is what it comes down to. It's super annoying and super frustrating. And people will say like, oh, just run the rocket launcher, you fucking idiot. It takes like how many rockets to destroy that thing? You probably need like 2 or 3 people focusing it to take it out in an actual efficient point in time. You say like, oh, that encourages team play. It's great. No. Okay, the only thing that comes close to encouraging team play in this fucking mode is the squad system, which doesn't even, most of the time when I play in squads, people just go off on their own. It's not like Battlefield where the general player base like sort of tries to work as a squad. No, people just run on their own and play it like it's COD, because that's what it is, okay? It's not like Battlefield where you can heal teammates, you can revive teammates, you can spot enemies, you can give ammo, you can do stuff like that. You have literal classes designed to destroy tanks. It's not like that. You don't have that in this game. The best way you can help out a squad member, or really a team member, because it's not like it's a squad-based thing, whatever, is by running like the ammo box. That's about it. So nobody, like the teamwork thing, it's whatever. They're clearly not going for that in Ground War. I think the only reason they have the squad spawning is to just make it less annoying. Instead of having to like spawn on the flags all the time, because the flag spawns absolutely suck dick. Let's bring that up too. The flag spawns still need work. I get so many shitty spawns. I should actually change this. The flag spawns and the squad spawns need work. The spawning logic on both of these is terrible, and the amount of times that I'll spawn and like I'm already getting shot at as I spawn, it's like, if there should be a feature, okay? In Battlefield, there's this great feature, okay? They completely ripped the whole, like, you're looking at the sky and you come down when you spawn in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole animation in this game, they completely ripped that from the recent Battlefield games. And especially, like, I'm not sure if BF1 had this. I think it eventually had this, but BF5 definitely has this great feature where if you get a spawn like that, because it takes time, right? Like, for that animation to play when you're in that big... That's the reason why it happens. That's the reason why those deaths happen, is because it takes time for that animation to play out. You don't just spawn in this game. You're looking down at the ground, you're looking at the map, and you have to like swoop in and like fly into your spawn. You know what I mean? Like, that takes time. So what they should do, they should implement a system like in BF5. If something happens, if that spot starts getting under fire, if you start getting shot at, there's enemies in the area as that animation is playing, it takes you out of it. It just swoops you right back to the fucking to the map and is like, hey, try again. And that can be annoying, but it's way better than fucking spawning in and dying immediately, like as you're already getting shot at, getting shitty spawn after shitty spawn after shitty spawn. It's way better than that. It is a great solution, and I will take it any day over the way it works right now. And I think they need to. Look into that. They need to look into the logic for the spawning across the board, squads, flags, whatever. And they need to look into that idea that I just had right there, which isn't really an idea even. It's just a functional thing already stolen from Battlefield. Okay, which they've already done enough of. I'm surprised that that's not already a thing in this game. But that would be awesome. It'd be awesome to have something like that to really improve the spawning, because that is one of my biggest issues with Ground War right now. Another issue is I think they need to make adjustments to the maps. I really do. Like, the boundaries on this map quarry would be so awesome. Okay, it's a good map, but it would be awesome if that whole like cliff section on the side was just fucking chopped and you couldn't get up there. It would be 20 times better. Even if the tanks are still in the game, at least they would be like in the action instead of camping up there like fucking bitch asses. At least, the snipers would have to be in different locations instead of just being in the most obvious sniping spot, strongest sniping spot of all time. It would just, you would force more people into the actual map itself instead of just being on the far edge in an area that shouldn't even be playable. I think it would play out much better if that whole cliff section was just completely just blocked. Just get it out of there. Don't let people go up there at all. Any capacity. Literally insta-kill them if they go up there. If they try to go up there. It's not like you need that extra flanking route. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't serve a purpose other than just be annoying. And it's not like there's a flag over there, so the people that are camping over there, again, like what I was talking about earlier, they're just going for kills. That's it. They're just going for kills. Okay, so let's regroup now. I had to get that out there. So going to district. Okay, the district map. I think this map could also use similar adjustments to the map. I genuinely think they should lock off some of the rooftops, or maybe all of the rooftops on that map. I genuinely think that map would play 20 times better if it was just people on the ground in the action. I think it'd be way more fun. It'd feel a lot more like COD, and there'd be a lot less camping. There'd be a lot more people, whether they like it or not, forced near the flags. And the action on that map, I think District, if it didn't have the stupid rooftop cheese, would probably be my favorite map in Ground War. I genuinely think I would like it more than this map. When I get lucky and I get District games where I'm not getting shot from rooftops 24/7, it is actually a fucking blast. That map can actually be really fun when people are on the objectives. The objectives are very different on that map. All the areas are designed uniquely. They have their own. The interiors are very interesting and intricate. And all the flags are like fun to fight on. The only one that can be kind of annoying sometimes, I would say, is like D. But other than that, I mean, the E can be annoying, and C can be annoying, but that's mostly because of the rooftop camping. You get rid of the rooftop camping, and they're not that bad. So yeah, I think that map, when I get lucky and I get in the servers where people aren't, where like half the lobby isn't playing like bitches, it's actually really fun. It's actually a blast, and it could be a really genuinely good Ground War map. And especially you get rid of the tanks. You're not going to be getting fucking blown up by tanks when you actually try to go on the ground and go for objectives. You're not going to get punished in that way. You're just going to get gun-on-gun action, and it's going to be fucking fun. I think it'd be really good. But right now, with all the rooftops and just, it doesn't matter. People don't have to go for the objective. They just sit up there and camp. It's really frustrating. And I've probably rage quit. Not even rage quit, more so just like, this is going to be annoying. Like, I quit before I rage on District. Like, literally, that's what I do. You can't even consider it a rage quit. It's like a preemptive quit of anticipated anger. That's an interesting little phrase right there. I probably do that more on District than any map in the game. Realistically, I think I do. Seriously, like more than like Piccadilly. Piccadilly, I'll just quit before it even shows up. District is a map where I'm like, well, sometimes it can be fun, so I'll give it a shot. And then I give it a shot, and it's terrible. And I give that little preemptive quit, like 2-3 deaths into the game. Like, all right, I can already tell what this is going to be. I can already tell this is going to be a good District game or a bad District game. That was a little tangent. That was definitely a little tangent right there. But yeah, like summing it up, these two Ground War maps could be really solid. I think they're okay right now. They could be really solid with some adjustments. You know what? That kill cam just gave me another thing. And this isn't related to Ground War particularly. This is just the game in general. That fucking shotgun and just the shotguns in general. Mostly just that shotgun, honestly. The Olympia, I'm going to call it the Olympia. Fuck the 725. It needs to be adjusted, bro. It needs to get a fat adjustment. It is absolutely just the most annoying and frustrating gun in the game right now, especially if you're someone like me that's running around with my MP5 here. SMGs are kind of fucked right now in the meta of this game because the M4 is just as good as any gun at any range. Like, literally, the M4 can be an SMG, an assault rifle, an LMG, and a fucking sniper. And then they just run overkill. They'll run M4 with that Olympia in their back pocket. And with so many Olympias running around, it's really frustrating to be an SMG player right now. Because the one advantage that you get as an SMG, now you can work mid-range, you can definitely work mid-range, but you're at a disadvantage to most ARs, right? Even if you're a pretty good SMG player, you're at a disadvantage, even if it's a slight one. But you can work it a little bit. Is close range. Close range is supposed to be where SMGs shine. But it is really fucking frustrating to play close range with an SMG right now because you run into M4s, which are just as good as the MP5. I feel like it kills just as fast up close. Or you run into the 725, which just Olympia, which just instant deletes you. And it's really frustrating to be an SMG aggressive player right now because there's so many things that just punish you for it. You don't get rewarded enough. There's not enough like incentive to run an aggressive class in this game. I see people on the subreddit all the time like, oh yeah, run and gun all the time. It's great. I do it. You guys are just bad. Like, there's just not enough incentive to do it. There's so much more incentive to camp. And it's awful. The balance just needs a complete. It needs another look. It needs another look. They need to just do another sweep over of the balance in this game, the weapons in general, because it's just really, really frustrating right now. But we're getting to the end of this gameplay. We're getting to the end of this video. And we'll bring this up quick. The rumor is apparently there's going to be an overhaul already. Already, there's supposed to be an overhaul coming to this game this month. By the end of this month, or something along those lines, which is hilarious to me. This has to be the fastest this has ever happened to a Call of Duty ever. What, World War II took till April. This game, we're literally not even a month after it's come out, it's already reportedly getting like a fat overhaul, which is just hilarious. I find that absolutely hysterical. But it's well deserved. This game has a lot of potential, but it needs an overhaul. I don't know exactly what's all going into that yet, but it needs it. Whatever it is, it needs it. It can't get any worse, right?
Right.
But it absolutely needs it. I think even people that I play with, even people that enjoy this game agree with that. Like, this game needs some fat work now, or it's gonna get super frustrating, get super old really fast. Some could even argue that it already has. And that's just that's my feelings on it. And I'm looking forward to that huge overhaul patch, whatever the hell is coming, and I hope it makes it better. I hope it works out, because it needs it, man. It needs it. Like, I'm glad Apex is coming out with duos, bro, because I need something else to play. This game is really getting on my nerves. It's barely been a week. And I'm already chalking it, man. How is it supposed to last a year? It's barely been a week and I'm already done. Oh, man. But there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and let me know your thoughts on everything that I went through, and basically just another rant video is what this ended up turning into. Hope they can improve the game. Hope they can improve Ground War, and I'll see you next time.